Greetings. Hello there. It's the Endless Womble. So, introductions. Today, we're going to make noises using a synthesizer. No, we're going to make noises using a synthesizer, but then we're going to use those noises to create more synthesizers. This is going to be a thing in three parts. First, we start with something very simple, a sign with a bit of noise above it, and we crush it and strange it and wibbly wobbly it and make it crazy. And yes, this is not dissimilar to the video that launched 1,000 YouTube videos trying to recreate it, the Mick Gordon Doom thing. It's not really what I'm going for here, but the basic idea is the same. This beat, by the way, has absolutely nothing to do with what is going on today. This is just something I pulled out while I was doing my sound testing. The routing is the same as always. My voice is doing the radio DJ thing, not as much as I'd like it to, actually. Let's make that a bit more harsh. In and out. So when I speak, it kind of kills the music almost entirely. That's what I want. But having said that, this is not what we're going to be using. What we need is to stop that and get a MIDI track. And on that MIDI track, we're going to take the analog synthesizer once again. We haven't been doing much with the wavetable yet, and it's weird because I'm obsessed with the wavetable synth in Ableton, but the analog still deserves love. And today we're going to be doing the simplest thing in the world. We're going to turn oscillator 2 off. We're going to put this into sine mode. We're going to turn noise on. So the noise is a bit much, maybe. That's it. That's pretty much all we're going to do, I think. So my thinking is we take this nice simple thing, sine wave, bit of noise, sine wave with a bit of noise over the top. So this is going to be sine, I don't know, origin. This kick, we don't need this kick anymore. Although this is quite fun. Just quickly before we move on. Oh yeah, that doesn't work. Because if you saw that, who cares? Yeah, this is very simple, but quite nice. A very short reverb going in, to filter delay, to a longer reverb coming out with a ramped LFO putting up this. I'll shut up for a second so you can listen to it. It's not bad considering that this is what it sounds like without anything. Pretty dry. I just noticed something. I forgot to put a gate on this, and that's going to annoy me if I don't fix it. So excuse me while I mess around with the gate until we get it to where we want it to be, and we want the floor to be not silent because that's just freaky. And yeah, okay, that'll do. If it just sounds a bit choppy and weird and cuts out in ways I don't want it to, then fine. But I hate the idea of there being any. Hello. Yeah, I hate the idea of me stepping back and knocking something, and yeah, I don't know why I don't care about anything else in terms of this stuff being good. So we don't need this drum thing anymore. We have our sine origin, and now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks, and all of these are going to get audio from sine origin, sine origin, sine origin, sine origin, sine origin, sine origin, and we can start making fun. So this now also has sine origin, but what we're going to do is start with let's go for the classic saturation. We want some saturation, but we want lots of saturation. We want, how far does this go? 36. What does 36 decibels of drive sound like on the saturator? Can I just make this sends only as well? Oh, that has to be sends only 2. This has to go to C. Oh, nice. I still can't solo it, but that's fine. This is cool. All right, we have something. I want to make this hard go. Oh, wow. Ooh. All right, so we already have a little bit of honky chunky in there. So let's move on to this one, and this is also sine origin. This is going a sends only thing as well. Monitor in, this time to auto, so it's off again. And something a little bit more, starting with some kind of chorus effect, maybe. Slow, definitely with a low cut. Now, I quite like that. And I wonder what we can use to pull that out. I appreciate I'm not talking very much at the minute. What I'm listening for here, essentially, is anything interesting that comes out of these the tones that come out of distorting it and putting effects on it and messing around with it. Now this could be something. Yeah, okay, that is the first bit that I'm like, yes, that's a thing. Okay, let's have that. I do want to compress it quite a lot. Because I want, you know. Yeah, okay. Okay, first place to do a thing, we're going to take an LFO. We're going to put it on random mode. And give it a little bit less depth. Keep it quite fast. But not like synced, because I hate syncing things. It just kills them. So tiny bit of smooth. This is good, but you know what's better than an LFO? An LFO modulating an LFO. In fact, what if I was to do that? Very nice. I wonder if I map this to that, but make it a little bit less severe. I'm hearing the... I'm hearing the next harmonic when I bring that in. It's and then there's do, although it's more like do. That's what I'm hearing, but my ears are dreadful. But if I'm hearing that, then let's see if we can find it. Let's get a... let's drop an auto filter into here and then immediately group it. And then we open up the chains and then we duplicate the chains. And then this one will have no auto filter on it. And then we'll drop this down to, I don't know, -12 and then -12. And then we turn this into a this and then... That's what we want. So it's time for another LFO. I do love them. I do love them. We're going to map it to the resonance, and we want the resonance to stay around about there and around about there. And you'll be damned if I'm not going to do exactly the same trick again, which is to use a slow LFO to modulate a fast one. Absolutely. I think no LFO on that. So let's just have a quick sanity check, just to go back to where we were. If I put this through now, that's what we had. And it's quite nice. Actually, I might want to keep that in the mix. Oh, of course, that just lives there, doesn't it? I can live with that. This is self-oscillating filters are joyful. I love them. So I've already spent 15 minutes. Damn. I wanted to spend 20 minutes with this before moving on to the next section. So let's just really hurry things up a bit. Okay, I love you, but shut up. Oh, you're not going to, are you? Because you're in the thing. Oh, yes, you are. Okay, great. Next, I want to really grab some just top stuff. It doesn't need to be distorted particularly, so we're going to start with an EQ here, and we're going to say sine origin, and we're going to say in, and just to make my life a bit easier, where are we here? Dung, dung, legato. Not you, not you, not you. Wait. Oh, I see. Sends only. And it should be going to D for the root. Okay, now. that's all we're getting, that's fine. Because what we can do is get the shifter. And a lot of people hate the shifter. I love the shifter. Yes. It sounds so horrible and wrong. So now that we have these higher sounds, now we can isolate them. Okay, so we have this crazy thing here. I understand that this is not in tune, and that's fine. I don't want it to be. I just want it to play nice. Okay, we keep you like that. We just put that noise there because I want to modulate some noise, and that something really high pitched to make up for the fact this doesn't have much high pitched sound in it will be nice. My CPU is clicking away. It's not happy. However, that doesn't matter because we're only going to have this sound for a little bit longer. So the last thing we need is something to just bring out just all the madness. So really, I mean, there was always going to have to be one track, which was the old OTT job. And when I say the old OTT job, I don't know, this has become a meme, but it is literally OTT 3 times. And it really works. Everything, all of it, coming through at once. Just evil. And finally, the other one that I'm sure was expected. Very loud and very aggressive, and I'm peaking on my input because I'm shouting over this noise. Let me turn it down slightly. So I'm I'm at 20 minutes. There's a couple of things I want to do very, very quickly, just to make sure that we have them, and that is to just do some last-minute modulation of things. I'm not going to say exactly what I'm doing because it's probably quite obvious, but I want to take number 4. I want to take its Q. I want that to jump up and down like that. Why not? Just slightly slower, probably. Yep, that needs random modulation. So once again, we're going to do this. We're going to just stick it on random mode. And we're just going to map it just direct to, I don't want random mode. I want square mode of just on or off. But then I want that to be modulated by a random LFO. That's what I want. Random. And I want that to be mapped to the rate here. I want that to be quite slow. This thing by itself is just so much fun. Oh, you stopped oscillating. Okay. And the amp. Oh, fuck it. Let's keep it. Okay. Now we get a new one. We put it on resampling mode. I mute myself and we record. You know, I've changed my mind. I'm not going to mute myself. All right, that's it. So far, this has just been madness with no rhyme or reason. And if you have already clicked away from this video, then you're not hearing me say this. If you're still here, the reward comes soon. The first reward is that we take this group that you may or may not have loved and we just delete it. It is gone. It has never been here. I didn't mean to do that because the thing I need is in the group. No. Okay. 10 audio. You're not meant to be in this group. You're hanging out with the wrong people. Come over here. You. Okay. Now we have this. This is going to C of this, that, the other. So now we have all of these sounds. And it is meant to be going to C. I've been routing all of this stuff wrongly. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what I'm doing. That's fine. So we have this sound. And there's two things we're going to do with this sound. The first is we are going to open up the granulator. Is it max for live effect? I don't even know. Granulator 2, there we go. Stick it here. And this is the only reason we were making this sound, is because the granulator has a sample input, and we're going to just drop it on there, and then there we go. It's just the nicest thing in the world. I love it. It's so simple. So there's a few things that we obviously want to do. We want to mess around with it, make it sound the way we want it to. But yeah, essentially this was always the plan. There's a bunch of things on the granulator I haven't really messed with before. I've usually just used it as a very simple way of making pads out of anything, and really, like... I mean, really. It's just free. It's free real estate. Now, at this point, there is one thing that I would like to do, and that is to find the micro tuner, which is not a Max for Live plugin. It is a MIDI effect. And we drop that in here. Call me a hipster all you like, but I have been working in equal temperament for a while. Sorry, just intonation for a while, and I absolutely love it. So that's it. That's what we're going to do. Is it not on, or are my ears just broken? Hang on. Who knows? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, I think near the end here with the tinkling is what we want. And it's funny, you know, because I didn't want to say at the start of this, because I'm always horrifically concerned that I'm going to say, this is what I'm going to try and do, and it's not going to sound that way, and I'll just look like an idiot. But what I was hoping is that I would be able to use just a sine wave and a bit of noise with a load of processing on it to make something reedy and breathy and... It's not perfect, it needs work, but that's not far off. So yeah, I mean, we're at 30 minutes now. I've got 10 more minutes to play with this before we move on to the next thing. And the next thing is something I've never done before, at least not in Ableton. But we'll get there when we get there. Let's have a look at this. Enable scanning through the file in a linear motion starting from the initial file position. Not so bothered about that. File readout position of each voice to be controlled by an LFO when turned on, and when its amount is set to a value greater than 0. Okay. So... So let's turn the LFO down nice and slow. Turn the spread down, turn this down super low. I just want to see. Oh! Okay, the LFO is affecting when the grains begin. That's quite nice. That's quite nice. Yeah, okay, I quite like that. What are these about? I don't know what these buttons do. Okay, so I haven't played with the live signal in on the granulator either. That's another thing that I'd like to fiddle with. Do you know what? In the few minutes that I have, now that I feel like I've hit happy point with this immediately, which is that this is not a finished sound. It's nowhere near ready to use. It needs EQing, it needs tidying up, it needs putting together. But the core, the bones of what this thing is, exists in a way that makes me happy. It means I'm going to come back to it. It means this is something I'm going to play with more, right? Hang on, I'm going to I've got my special melon juice. Um, so with that in mind, I'm going to mess around with the live input of the granulator when I've managed to work out how to open this juice without getting it all over my keyboard. Have I done it? Have I succeeded? I think I have. Melon juice. I am a child. I have a child, which is why I know about this melon juice. I would never have known about the melon juice if I didn't have a child who likes the melon juice. And oh my God, it is melon flavoring of the worst sort and sugar and water. And I never liked this stuff until I was a runner. And then I stopped being a runner again. So, new audio track. This input, yes. I would like to get the granulator as well. Gran. What? Oh, the granulator. The granulator is not a thing. So, how do I get the live in sample? If the optional granulator input device is present in an audio track, or following an instrument in a MIDI track, snapshots of live. Okay. So I need the granulator input, right? Why do I not have the granulator input? Oh, it's there. Okay, so you can just go on here, and you can also be monitoring in. I'll just turn you off for now. And this is just the, oh, I see, that's just the pure voice. This is the one that has some effects on it. That's fine. I don't need to put any effects on it. So this, grab. Oh, is it just gonna, okay, wait. Okay, so now if it's grabbing, oh, okay. Oh, I can't do any of that Tuvan throaty stuff, but whatever. Some kind of tony. So B. Oh, I see. So I need to wait a bit. Oh, wait. What? Why are you not? Allows to write the currently captured audio as a file now. Clicking this button assigns one of the recording buffers of the granulator input device to the granulator and makes it possible to immediately granulate previously captured material. Also be also be. Oh, wait, just gonna. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I don't understand. Okay, if the optional granulator input device is present in an audio track or following an instrument MIDI track, snapshots of live input signals can be captured and used as material for the granulator. Unless you save the recorded file in a session using the right button. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care about that. I just want to get in what I have in. So, can I clear? Is there a clear button? That's right. No. Flux, residual. Help. Oh, sweet. Okay. This device does only useful things together with at least one instance of the granulator. Fine. Real-time audio. Inserted into any capacity audio unaltered. But at the same time, constantly fills a set of buffers. I am not sure. why that isn't doing what I want it to. Ooh. Oh, is it just gonna? Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Okay, I need to clear. What if I just delete that and then get a new one? Oh. I killed it. Interesting. I mean, you're okay for starters. You're supposed to be sends only, and I want to send you to not drums. Why did you suddenly stop? What happened there? What happened there? Was that just hearing what was going on through my headphones? What on earth is going on? Okay, let's have that back. And then... Ooh. And then back. Let's have that. Okay, let's have that back. And then back. Oh. And then. So, it's at the point of insertion, right? Oh. Oh, it's gone again. If I write it to a file, oh, ah. So this is going to be an interesting thing for another day, but I don't have time to work out why that is happening. If anyone knows, tell me. But I have no idea why that's just suddenly cutting out like that. Because this one's fine.
Gone again.
It's gone again.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, what? Oh, it's still picking up what I'm doing. Oh my god. Okay, that's so cool. That's why it went. That's so ridiculous. I love it. Okay, we don't need you anymore. And we don't need you anymore. Back to the previously programmed idea. So this is Padulator. This is a pad made from that thing. Now, next is something I've never tried to do before. I know it's possible, but how do you make custom wavetables? User, and then just drop the sample in. Oh, you beauty. quite obvious that one of the first things we need to do is take one of the LFOs. And I'm afraid I'm such a stuck record. I do this just on everything, and it's ridiculous, and I know it is. But fast LFO, slow LFO, LFO1 rate modulated by LFO2. This thingy modulated by LFO1. This needs to be even slower. Now, the amount this is being modulated needs to be less. And this needs to be less too. This needs to not be re-triggered. This needs to not be re-triggered, so there's a bit more randomness. This is a send, this is a send. They're both not drums. I'm going to essentially just do 5 bars of that. I want you to be 5 bars long, and I want you to be legato, and I want the pagulator to be a regular 4 bars long. Make that legato, all of it. And this is our original sound. Random volume of grains is nice. Me likey lots. wonder if we could actually make that sound good. This was literally just a joke because I started the video with this. Actually, no joke whatsoever. I honestly wonder whether just literally saying you are now a 12K sample, 12-bit, with a bit of jitter, a lot of erosion. And my standard EQ channel. And just like that, we've arrived in a place. This is the thing, you see, I have so little self-confidence as a producer and as a musician in general, and that's why for the last 10 years I've done very little. I haven't released music in 10 years. There's been a couple of tracks I've put on SoundCloud. I've made music for other people. I've made music for things, shows, even stuff that's been on television. But for myself, I haven't been able to, for the sole fact that I don't trust my ears and I don't trust what I'm doing. And now, just by fiddling around, dicking about in Ableton, breaking rules and doing things that make real producers probably very angry, you land in a spot. And these guys all together are a spot I like. Just out of interest. Let's stick one of the airwindows on master. It's always a good thing to do. Anyway. I can't really sing loud like I want to. It's late at night. There's sleeping people. But just one silly drum loop. And then one very silly synth chain. And then one granulator and one wavetable synthesizer, and here we are. Just so much fun stuff to play with just these two effects. You take your sounds. I had no idea it was that easy with the wavetable. You can just drop it in there. Ooh, whoop, 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 whoop. You know, the wave folder. It's almost enough to make me want to buy a Mavis. Anyway. That has been it. That is another Endless Womble. I'm recording this between the first and second episodes of the Womble, so I don't know if it'll be current when I finally decide to put this online. But nevertheless, I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I haven't spoke all that much during this one. I may have seemed a little bit strange during this one. This is a particularly stressful moment for me because having finally discovered something of somewhat of a healthy output for me in terms of running, which is something I've become obsessed with in the last year or so, I discovered that I am in fact I've had a hip problem since long before I was a runner, and yeah, because of illness, because of flare-ups, because of various things that have happened this year, I have found myself in a position where I will not be running my race that I hope to run, and it may seem like a small thing to some people, but it's the only thing that I really had set myself as a goal. In fact, all three of my own self-set goals this year have fallen by the wayside. But doing this has been helping immeasurably. Anyway, that's enough of me talking about my silly little momentary goals. The far bigger things are, I hope you are happy. I hope you are healthy. And if you are feeling like you are neither of those things, I hope that you feel some semblance of one or the other soon. Ciao.